So hello guys, welcome to this video. Today we are going to make so many forms using one single plugin, which is WpForms. This plugin has so many features and you can make so many types of form by this plugin. Something like if I come here in my website, we can make form like simple form, which is a contact form, as you can see that. And if you want, you can make a form which will take order from the customer. As you can see that it's an order form which will allow customer to make an order. As you can see that I can select simply my order. Let's say that it's a normal website and that's I want to make, and as you can see that the total amount is 500, and if I say my e-commerce functionality, it will increase to 100 USD. And also as you can see that it's automatically calculating all the functionality. So that's an form which will allow you to make order from the customer. Once I will submit, it will redirect to the PayPal or Stripe, whatever you want. So that's a completely form which will ready to take order from the customer. And also if you want, you can make something like confirmation form which will is to make confirmation, something like that 123iontity.com. And here as you can see that you want to join to our group, yes, and if yes, you can see that they have a nice feature which is a signature feature which you can use here, and if you want you can submit it. And also as you can see that we have multi-step which we will make in this video. All these forms, as you can see that these multi-step forms and all other forms, we will make those forms using one plugin which is WpForms. And also we can make forms which is something like conditional. As you can see we have these two fields, but when I will say I need e-commerce, it will create another fields automatically. So that's an example for conditional. So there is so many opportunity or so many features which you can use to make your form, and in this video we will show you how you can make this form by WpForms. And no more talk, let's start this video. So as you can see that I'm in my WordPress dashboard, and first of all let's create a simple form. So we will try the free version first, and after that we will move to the pro version of WpForms. So come to the plugin and click add new, and here you can search WpForms, and this is the form as you can see. So install the form, and also if you notice you can see that they have huge amount of active installation, that is 3+ million. So that is impressive. Once the installation is complete, you can activate the plugin by clicking the active button. So here as you can see that we perfectly installed this plugin which is WpForms. And here as you can see that they have so many step-to-step guide, so you can follow to make the form. So come here in the sidebar, as you can see that we have a new option which is WpForms, and here we can see so many other options that we can use. So first of all let's come to the all forms, and this is the place where we are going to add our forms. So let's create a new form. So you can click this add new, and we are in a page which is actually the form builder. So here as you can see that we need to give it a name of this form. So let's say that simple form, and after that as you can see that we can select template. So they have blank and simple contact form, newsletter, and suggestion forms. So you can use these in the free version, these 3 template as you can see that, but for this one I will create it from the scratch. So let's create it with the blank form. So once again you can use template to make it faster. So here as you can see that in the sidebar we have options. So actually here as you can see that standard fields. So in the standard fields we have some option which is actually the fields which we can use to create the forms. So for free version we can only access this number of fields, but when you will buy the pro version you can access all the other fields. As you can see that they have so many fields which you can use if you buy the pro version. So once again, if you want to buy the pro version you can follow the link which is in the description, and it's an affiliate, so I will appreciate if you follow it. So after that what you need to do is you need to simply drag and drop to build a form. So let's say that I'm making a simple form which will be a name, subject and paragraph. So that will be, so here as you can see we have a name field, so let's drag and drop. So as you can see that that's simple and nice looking fields is here. To edit that we need to click it. So as you can see that now we are in the edit option. So let's edit this field, and here as you can see that you can change the level. So let's say that your full name. So this is for the level. So also as you can see that you can change the format because we are using a field which is the name field actually. So in the name field we have some option like format. So if you want also you can add middle of the name. As you can see that we have option for that, and as you can see that first and last, and we have also a simple which will be the one field actually as you can see. So first and last is looking good for this form. So also we can make a description. So like that, let's say that please enter your full name. So as you can see that that's the description which will show under this field. As you can see, please enter your full name. So you can make description if you want. So also if you make this field required or not means, which means the customer needs to fill this form to submit the form. So that's a required field. So you can make it optional or required as you want. So let's say that it will be a required field, so must be fill. So after that as you can see that we have options which is advanced options, and here you can make the size of the field. So let's say that a small. If I make a small, as you can see that the field size is small, and medium and large. So whatever you need you can make. So let's go with the medium, and here also you can make placeholder. And as you can see also if you want you can make a default value. So for this case you don't have to put the default value, but in some cases we need to make a default value. So for those cases we need this option which you can use. So for this case for the name we don't need a default value, so that's fine. So you can see that they have so many options which is really amazing, which you can use to make a simple or complicated or complex form for your website. So also we have option to hide level. So as you can see that there is no level, and also we can hide the sub level which is the first and last as you can see. So if you want it will be like that only. Also if you can see that we have only this description which is maintaining by this description field. If you want you can also remove this. As you can see that that will be our form in the front end. So that's fine. So let's also add some more fields. So to add more fields, as you can see that we have this tab. So click that, and here let's add another one which will be our email. So once again just drag and drop. Here is our mail. So let's click that to edit the field. So here as you can see that we can use level and you can change it. Also you can change the description. So let's say that I don't need any description, okay, and it will be required, and also enable email confirmation. So it will be a confirmation mail. As you can see that the customer needs to fill the email twice to confirm their email. So if you want you can enable it, so that's fine. So I think that's okay for now. So let's go to the advanced, and here let's say that the field size will be the medium, and also let's say that placeholder, let's say that your mail, and that's fine. So after that, let's say that I don't want the level, so let's hide the level and also hide the sub level. So in this case we don't have any sub level, so that's why you don't need. So also once again we can make a default value if you want. And also as you can see that they have some smart tags. So as you can see that we have some dynamic option, which is actually the our website information, as you can see that. So we can use page ID and user ID, something like that, all other dynamic option which you can use here. So let's say that when you are using email, so you can use the user email for as a default placeholder. So let's say that as you can see that that's the author, or you can see here that's the user email. So you can use the dynamic value which will be the default value. So when it is empty, the default value will be the user email. So that's a cool option, as you can see that. So also we have option like CSS classes, which you can use to make CSS classes, and in the later which you can use for styling this form little bit more customization, something like that. So you can use CSS classes for more customization. So that's fine for now, as you can see that. So also let's create a paragraph, and here in the paragraph let's say that there will be this, and also let's say that it will be required, and also in the placeholder let's say that description. So that's fine. So as you can see that they have another option which is limit length. So you can limit the length of this paragraph. So if you do this, you can see that we have limit the length. You can limit it by words or character if you want. So let's say that I want the 150 word only, so you can limit that. So that's good. So that's fine. So for now we don't need any limits, and also as you can see that we can use the default value of this field. So once again you can use dynamic option from here if you want. So that's fine. So I think that's our simple form. So what I need to do is I need to save the form, and as you can see that we have this button which is the submit button. We can change the text also. So for that let's go to the setup, and not setup, let's go to the setting here. As you can see that, so that's the name which we gave a little bit earlier, and here we can add some form information if you want. Also you can give a form class which will be the ultimate class of the all of our form. And here as you can see we have this button. So let's say that send text, something like that. Also you can change the submit button when it is processing. So sending text will be good, I think. Also once again you can use CSS class only for the submit button. So that's very impressive. As you can see that they have so many options to add CSS class in the form. So after that, as you can see that you can use enable anti-spam, and also some dynamic field population and Ajax form submission. So if you want you can enable those things. And let's come to the notifications. And here as you can see that from the notification, that's the default notification, and here send to email address, you can see that by default the email address which is the admin email address, whenever the customer fill the form and submit, and it will come back into the admin email address. So the subject of this email will be the new simple form entry, which is makes sense as you can see. And form name which is the WP site, which is the our site, as you can see that. So you can also change those fields, okay. And you can also make a reply to the customer, as you can see that the mail, if you, which is the field number 2. So it will put a reply automatic to the customer. And also here, as you can see that in the message, so you can say something like this is a friendly reply from wpsite.local, something like that. So after that, let's say that it's okay. So let's also save that. So save the form, and after that close the form. So now what we need to do is we need to apply this form into our website. So let's create a new page. In the page, let's add new, and let's say that it will be a contact page, and publish for now. So to add this form, what you can do is you can use Gutenberg or anything. So if you are using page builder like Elementor, you can use Elementor to put this shortcode, or you can find the WP form widget in the Elementor. So here, let's say that I will use Gutenberg. So as you can see that we can add block, and here let's search WP forms, and here it is. So let's click it, and that's our WP forms. Let's choose which is the simple form, and as you can see that that's our form. So if I update this, and let's watch this in the front end. So let's preview that. So if I come to my site, as you can see that that's our nice looking contact form, as you can see that. So that's our page title, and here is our fields, as you can see that. So in the mail, as you can see that we have a default value which is dynamically our user email. So as you can see that I am the admin, and this is our admin email which is showing here. So that's the idea, which you can use default value in the fields. So if you want, you can use different email, as you can see that. So let's say that test mail at 123.com. So something like that. Also let's say that our first name will be the test, not text, test, and test also. And let's make a description, say that this is a test, and let's send the text. So if I click, as you can see that sending text which we made. So as you can see that that's our notification which is showing that thank you for contacting us, we will be in touch with you shortly, which also you can change. So once we are in our backend, and let's go to the WP forms. Here, as you can see that if I go to the edit, in the notifications, you can also change this. For that, let's go to the confirmation, and here as you can see that the confirmation type which is message, and also we have a show page or URL. So if you have something like thank you page where you want to redirect the customer after submitting the forms, you can select the page from here. And also if you want to redirect them to another website or a completely different URL, you can put it here. So for now, let's show them only a message. So we have this option here, as you can see. So you can change this option from here, as you can see that. So that's fully customizable, as you can see that you can use HTML to make a little bit more complex. So let's submit that. So that's totally fine. So here we can find this form. For that, as you can see that in the notification, what we did is the form will go to our email, which is our admin email. So if I come to our admin email, and here as you can see that that's our admin email, and here as you can see our new simple form entry which is came 2 minutes ago, which is we've did. And if I click, as you can see that here is our all fields, which is the full name, test, email, our which we gave, and paragraph text, and all the other things. And also as you can see that we have this little message which is saying that this is a friendly reply from our WP dot local. So that's what we set before a moment ago in our fields notifications here, as you can see that. So that's all fully customized, and as you can see that we have a reply to our mail. So this reply will also go to our customers. So that's also fine. So let's make an order form. So here we will take order from the customers. So for that, let's come here. As you can see that add new. If I come add new, so let's say that order form. So let's start with the blank form, and here as you can see that, so if you notice that we can't access those fields because we don't have the pro version. So let's have the pro version. So for that, what you need to do is you need to go to the description. You will find a link which you can follow and come to the WP forms, and here let's go to the pricing, and here you can buy the form in the pricing. As you can see that once you purchase this form, come to your WP forms account, and here as you can see that in the downloads we have an option to download this pro plugin. So download this from here. Once you download this plugin from here, you will have a zip file of wpforms.zip which you need to upload in your site. So let's come to the site, and for now let's say that it will be saved, and come to our backend, and here in the plugin let's add new, and here what you need to do is upload plugin, and we need to drag and drop our plugin which is wpforms.zip and install the plugin. So once you installed, you can active the plugin, and here as you can see that if I come to our WP forms, and you will have this kind of notification saying that please enter and active your license key, and come here, let's place our license key. So where you will find this license key. So for that, let's go back to our WP forms account, and here as you can see we have this license key which we can copy by click this icon. So once we have this copied in our clipboard, what we can do, you can paste it and verify the key. Once you verified it, you can see this, and let's click OK. So let's go back to the form. Here as you can see our order forms, let's click edit, and as you notice that we have now much fields which we can use to make this form. So let's create this form. So first of all, let's say that I will need my name. So here is my name, and after that I will need the email, and also after that I will need a drop down. So here as you can see that that's our drop down. So as you can see that we are making order forms. So for that, what we need to do is we need to use these drop down items which is in the payment fields. So instead of applying these simple drop down, what we can do is we can use these drop down items which is in our payment fields. So what we can have in these drop down fields. So as you can see that we have option for our money. So you can make a label. So let's say that select the, what we can say, the website. So it will be as something, let's say that simple website. So for the simple website, let's say that we will charge 250. For the normal website, and let's say that it will be something like 500, and advanced website which will be something like 1000. So I'm making something like that. So you can make anything if you want. After that, as you can see that here, which you can see by default is showing our simple website, which is the first option. So if you want, you can also change it. So you can use placeholder to change it. So let's say that select website type. Now as you can see that now we have much more flexibility when we will hide this label. So if you want to hide, as you can see that that's looking perfectly fine, because we have this placeholder which saying that select website type. So that's fine. So after that, also let's make another field. So for that, let's say checkbox. So let's drag and drop here. So for the checkbox, let's say that it will be a WooCommerce yes or no. So let's say that for no or yes. And here let's say that e-commerce functionality, something like that. So as you can see that we have this. So if we don't need this third option, we can remove it. So as you can see, we have yes or no. Also you can use image to show them. So as you can see that we have this placeholder e-commerce yes or no. So if you want, you can use image to make it more creative if you want. Okay, so that's fine. So that's saying that e-commerce yes or no. So if we select e-commerce yes, what I will do, I will add extra 200 USD or something like that. Or if you select no, it will be $0. So that's fine. If I come to the advanced, you can make it 1 column, 2 column, 3 column. So let's make it 2 column, as you can see that, or 1 column if I can see that, or 3 column. So it will be third option if we have third option here. So I think that's fine, it's looking fine. So also we don't want the height level for this one, because we need something here to show e-commerce functionality. So that's fine. So let's come to the add fields, and here what we need is, let's say that pages. So what I need is here. So let's also make a drop down for our pages. So let's say that pages, let's say 5 to 8 pages. And for that, what we will need is actually about something like 100. I'm making this something to show you the process. Actually that's not making any sense, I know. So let's make say 10 to 15 pages. So for that, let's say that about 600 or something like 800, 700, or 20 plus page if you want. That will be about $100,000 extra. So that's fine. So by default, what I need is, I need to make a placeholder. So let's say that select page amount. So that's fine. So as you can see, now we can hide our level. So that's fine, as you can see that here. So also let's come here in the payment fields. As you can see that we have an option which is total, which we need to put here, so that we can show customer how much is the total amount for this page. So that's fine, as you can see that total. If you want, you can make some changes here. So let's say that total amount. Okay, so that's fine. So once if I save, as you can see that, if I come to the website, so before that, let's come to the page and apply this in our website. So let's come to the contact, and instead of this one, what I need to do is, I need to change it to order forms. So let's update, and if I come here and if I save, continue, so that's our new form, as you can see that. So as you can see, that's the order form, which means we need to use something like PayPal or Stripe to take the order. So for that, what we need to do is, you need to come to the website backend, and here in the add-ons, if you come to the add-ons, what you will have, you don't need to come to the add-ons actually. Where you can do is, you can come to the form, which is our order form, and here you can see option which is payment. So you can click this payment option and you can find PayPal and Stripe. So let's connect the PayPal. So install the add-ons. You can install the add-ons here. So which will allow you to take payments in the PayPal account of yours. So let's save and close this. So after that, what you need to do is you need to make your PayPal account emails here. So let's say that this one is actually for demo. So 123.gmail.com. So you need to put your PayPal email address here. So enable PayPal standard payments, what you need to enable firstly. And also you can see that that's a mode which is production or test, as you can see. So we will use this for now, as you can see that, because we are testing this form for now. So let's select test and sandbox. So once your site is in live, what you need to do is you need to make this option in the production so that it will actually work what it's supposed to do. So let's make it test or sandbox for now because we are testing it. So payment type, it will be product, and cancel URL. If you want, you can make a separate page where it will be redirect if customer cancel this form. So ask shipping. So if you wanna ask, you can ask for shipping address, but I don't want shipping address. So also you can add conditional logic here, as you can see, which you can use when you are using multiple payment processor, something like that, PayPal and Stripe together. So when customer will click to PayPal, only the PayPal amount page will come, otherwise we will not see. So for this case you can use conditional logic. So that's fine, so we don't want it. So if I save, now it will be completely fine, as you can see that. So let's test it. So test and email will be 123@123.com, and let's say that our website type will be a normal website. So when I am selecting this normal website, you can notice here we have this 500 already added by this normal. If I select advanced, we have this $1,000, simple 250. So you can see the changes here directly live. So let's say that our e-commerce functionality, we don't want any e-commerce functionality. So if I click no, as you can see that that's not changed, because for the no we selected $0. So if I select yes, as you can see that we have extra 200 USD dollar added. And also let's go to the select page amount. So I want something like 10 to 15 pages. So when I click, as you can see that we have this 1,400 total amount, which we can submit by paying the amount into the PayPal. So that's how you can use this. So as you can see that here is our PayPal, which is actually redirected to our PayPal account, which you can continue from here. So that's fine. So we don't need anything because we are just making it for the test. So let's come here. I wanna show you one more thing here. If I come here, let's make one more contact form. So let's say that confirmation form. So something like that. So let's make it from the blank. And if you notice that now we have more template because we have pro version added to our website. So let's say that come to the blank. So here, as you can see that we need name, so we need email. Also we need make sure that you have this correct email. And here let's say that, so what I need is I need also the signature from the customer. So for that we have this option which is signature, which I liked actually very much. So if I click signature and I need to install add-ons. So once you have this add-on installed in your WpForms, what you can do is you can use this signature. So here, as you can see that that's your signature, which we can use in our front end. And also say that I want something like yes or no. So for that, let's click. So for that, let's make a something checkbox. So here, as you can see that, let's say that, are you sure you are, so are you sure you wanna join, or something like that. I wanna show you the process actually. So let's say that yes or no only, and you can do the by default selection. As you can see that the default selection is no, which a nice feature you can use. So also let's say that in the requirement it is a required, and it will be a 2 column, as you can see that. So that's fine. So let's save it and apply it in our website. So let's go to the pages, all pages, contact form, and here let's change it to the confirmation form. So update, and if I come here and refresh, as you can see that that's our page. And if I come here, we can use test and also test, and also email. Let's say that 123@12.com. And if I come here for the confirmation, yeah, whatever. So for the confirmation, we need to write the same email. So 12.qq.com. So let's say that I made a mistake. Let's test the confirmation. So let's make the mistake here. So if you want to join, yes, I want to join. So as you can see that here is it is fully functional. As you can see that the fields value do not match, which is actually we can see that we made this mistake, so that we can check. So let's give it 2 so that it can check. Perfect. So also I want to join here, and let's make our signature. So you can make your signature here. So let's make a signature. So that's a bad signature, as you can see that, something like that. So you can use signature, or you can make reset from here and you can use new one, something like that are fun. Okay, so let's submit it. So once you submit, as you can see that, so if I come to the WpForms here, as you can see that we have this entry. So when you have the pro version, you can have this, which is the entry, which you can have all the entries from your forms in your website. So as you can see that from the confirmation form, as you can see, we have this entry which is a little bit ago. So here, as you can see that if I view it, we have this all information from this entry which we made a moment before, which we can print, we can export, we can send the notification as you want. Also we can add notes here. So as you can see that that's our signature, so which we made a moment ago. And also if I come to the my admin mail, as you can see that that's our all entry. And if I come to the latest one, we can see our information which is perfect, as you can see that. So perfect. Let's make our last form, which is a multi-step form. So how we can make multi-step form in the WpForms? Let's make add forms, and here what I need to do is multi-step, and let's make multi-step form here. So let's make it from the blank so that I can show you. So let's say that it will be a 3-step form. So for the first step, we will take the information, user information. In the second step, we will do some question, and third step, we will make something like description and submit. So it will be a 3-step multi-step form. So for the first step, so let's take some information from the user. So username, mail, phone number, something like that, and address. So that's for our first step. So to make it multi-step, what we need to do is we need to use this page break, which is a nice feature. So once we have this page break, so after that we can add fields to our next step. So here let's add some questions for the next step. So here let's say that multiple question. So let's say that question number one. So let's also say that duplicate the fields, which will be question number 2, something like that. Question number 3. So we have 3 question in the next step. Actually, let's make 4 question. I think 4 is a lucky number. Yeah, 4 question. As you can see that we have this 4 question. So in the second step of the form, which we will do is we will make 4 question for our customer, and after that let's create another step. So page break here after the 4th question. So as you can see that that's the 4th question, and here in the end what we need is we need a paragraph where it is here. So in the paragraph let's say that description, something like that, and in the end we will use our signature once again. And also let's say that I want a rating from the customer. You can also have this rating. So in the rating what you can do is you can make a scale, so you can 10 scale rating. So let's use 5.1, and also you can change the icon for the rating. So let's say that it will be a thumb, which is a thumb, and also heart, whatever you want. So let's make it heart because heart is nice, and something like that. Also you can change this color. So you can rating, you can signature. So let's make the signature here actually in the bottom. So that's fine. So that's the end. And also let's make here in the come to the first page, and here as you can see that in the page title what you need to do is you can say that something like step 1, and here, and so as you can see that step 1, and also say that here step 2. So in the page break you can use the step 2 for the second one, and here as you can see step 3. And also you can make something like, let's say that info and QS and final one, whatever you want. And also as you can see that we can have an option here which will allow us to make a previous button, which is as you can see the displaying here. So this previous button which will allow us to make correction to the previous step of this form. So you can add it if you want. So that's it. That's our multi-step form. As you can see that a simple form. Also once again you can make it complex and whatever you want. There is so many option which you can use. So come to the contact and replace our contact form, which is now multi-step form. So edit, update. So here as you can see that in the top of the form which we are having is, as you can see that we have a progress bar which we can also change actually. So for that come here into the WpForms. So into multi-step. So in here progress indicator, as you can see that we have this advanced option, and here as you can see that where it is here in the progress indicator, which is now progress bar, you can use circle, you can use connectors, or you can use none. So I will use connector. I think connectors is looking best. And also you can align this left, right or center. So for that, let's make it. So if I come here, so I'm not seeing, if I refresh, make refresh. So let me show you. So as you can see that that's our left align, and if you want you can make it center, right or something like that. So that's fine. So if I make refresh, so as you can see that now we have a new kind of form, as you can see that here. So that's a step 1, that's a step 2, that's our final step. So let's fill it out. As you can see that all the information is having here, and once I click next, as you can see that here is my questioning answer step 1, and we can choose our question answer as you want. So that's it. So if you want you can go back to your previous one. So let's come to the contact information, and let's say that we forgot to use a phone number. So let's make a phone number. It will be an USA phone number. So if I come here United States, and let's make a phone number and something like that. So let's go to the next and also next, and in the end here we can make a rating. So let's make a rating and make a paragraph. This is a test, and let's make a signature. So it will be test and something like that. So once I submit, as you can see that, so we can check it in our backend. So if I come to the all forms and in the multi-step form, let's go to the entries. So here it is, as you can see that. So if I go to the view details in here, so that's all of our details. As you can see that that's our name, phone number, address, question 1, question 2, 3, 4, and rating, paragraph and signature. All the step, as you can see that you can make it print, SVG, export and resend the notification to the customer, whatever you want. And if you check your mail, as you can see that we have so many information. As you can see that it is the last one, as you can see the last one. So that's our, in the admin email you will find also a notification here. As you can see that all the information which the customer sent. So that's fine. So that is our multi-step form, as you can see that here. So let's make a conditional form, which is the last one for this video. So let's come here and create a new form, which is a conditional form. Conditional. So something like that. Let's create it from a scratch. Let's make a blank. So first one will be the name, and for the second one will be this checkbox. So for the checkbox, let's say that, so in here for the conditional, so let's make something simple. So for the conditional, let's say that wanna add e-commerce, okay, I think something like that, wanna add e-commerce. So it will be two kind of answer. So first one will be the yes and second one will be the no. So if the user select no, it is fine. So if user select yes, what we want to show one more fields which will be a conditional. So let's say that if user field yes, I want to ask the user how many products they have. So something like that. So let's say that it will be a drop down. So let's make it here. So in the drop down, so let's change it. So how many products you have. So let's say that first one will be the 5 to 10 and 10 to about 20 or 20 plus. So and as you can see that that's our perfect thing, as you can see here. And here in the advanced, let's say that I want to make the placeholder as the level, and also I will sure that I will hide the level. So that's fine. So as you can see that we can make this conditional. So as you can see that we have option for conditional. Once we click, as you can see that we have another option, enable conditional logic. So if I enable, so this field will show. So this field will show whenever our this field, which is wanna e-commerce, is yes. So as you can see that here we have our available choice. So as you can see that in this second field we have actually two fields of choice, as you can yes or no. So that's why it's showing two. So if we have more option here, we will have more option to choose. So once our e-commerce is yes, we want to show this field, otherwise we will not show this field. So let's save this one, and in our backend, let's go to here. Let's replace our contact form from here. As you can see that that's our contact form, which is multi-step one, and let's replace it with our conditional one. So here if I come and refresh, so as you can see that in initial state we have only two fields, we don't have third fields yet. So once we click something like that, it will be a test, and if I say that I want WooCommerce or e-commerce, one I hit yes, as you can see that we have this third field. But if I hit no, as you can see that we don't have this third image or this third field. So that's something, as you can see that conditional logic, as you can see. And for the submit, so if I come to the WP forms, all forms, and in the conditional entries I will see the information which is given by a little bit of earlier, as you can see that. So I can see all the information here, and that's it. So you can make so many types of forms, there is no limitation. So I think that's a great plugin, which is WP Forms, one of the oldest and traditional plugins which have so much thing which you can do with this plugin. In the features, if you go to the features, as you can see that they have so many features. And if I come to their add-ons, which will also add so many functionality to the forms, so they have so many add-ons, as you can see that, which is really amazing, such as MailChimp. As you can see, you can add MailChimp, you can add location, geolocation, you can form locker. As you can see that they have so many things which you can add into your website, not website, you can add into your contact form actually. So check it out. You will find link in the description where you will find this website link, and it's an affiliate. I will appreciate if you follow the link and come this page and check it out their forms, and if you like this, please get it from here. So that's it for this video. My name is Arfan and I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, Khuda Hafez.